There's a very simple reason why I say not to use dummy batteries for video, and it's because if you lose power to that dummy battery, your video file is going to get corrupted. So they're fine for photography, and I use them a lot for photo shoots because I like not having to swap out batteries, and I like tethering to the computer whenever I'm able to. However, for video, if that power gets cut off, you're going to lose that whole file. And I had this happen to me on the GH5, which is what I'm recording this on right now, because that's the only option. You either have a battery or a dummy battery. But on the GH6 or a lot of other cameras now, you have USB-C in. So what I do is I have this block here, which is the battery plate that's separate from the battery. So I don't actually tap anything out of the battery directly. I put it all in this plate. And I have a D-tap to USB-C on this blue, Condor blue setup here. So what that means is if I lose the battery for some reason, it gets disconnected or runs out of power, or even there's a button here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a red button right there to turn off the plate itself. That's fine. The battery keeps, or the camera keeps rolling. And I have a time code here with a permanently attached charging cable, but that's plugged into the mic. So what that means is, again, the time code keeps rolling, so I don't lose video and I don't lose the timing of the video. I'll lose the monitor, maybe a couple other things. Focus, if I have a manual one, but I also have a motor on the other side for remote focus pulling. I'll lose that, maybe because the battery's, yeah, it will, because the battery's here in the grip, but it's actually D-tapped over here. So I will lose some accessories, but I won't lose the video file itself, and I won't lose the timing of the video. So, you know, when I blend it in with the other videos, I'm not trying to manually line things up. And so it's really not worth the risk to use a dummy battery when all you have to do is run a cable to this side. You're gonna have to run a cable either way. Either the dummy battery is gonna need a cable run to some sort of power distribution, or the USB-C is, right? So why take that chance of corrupting your video file? And like I said, I had this happen on the GH5. Luckily, it was not like a big paid gig. It was just helping a friend record a play that his kids were doing at their church. And yeah, some kid accidentally stepped on something, took out power to the whole board that runs the stage. And that was that. We lost, at least on, luckily we had more than one camera running, but you know, I lost the majority of that play just because the file got corrupted, because the power got snatched off. The camera didn't have time to write what it needs to do to close out the file. So I tried everything I could to recover it, and nothing worked. So I learned my lesson. Now on the GH5, of course, there's not much lesson to be learned because you don't really have a choice. But you know, when I got the GH6, I learned right away not to bother with dummy batteries and to give the camera a chance to revert to battery power if you lose your main power. So there you go, just a quick tip. Stick with USB-C, leave the battery in there, give yourself backup power in case you ever lose your main power.